What's up, everybody? The Rose here. I'm going to be doing a Q&A during my Hyperdimension Neptunia episode 28, maybe 29, depending on how long this goes. So I normally don't do commentary or JRPGs because the games are just way too long. I did do it a little bit for Mugen Souls before I decided to stop. So, but I figured, you know what? See, come to the end of the year, thought I would throw out a Q&A for you guys. So, yeah, I got 22 questions here. I put up on the Neptunia page, and you guys asked me questions. So, I'm going to give you guys a shout out as to who asked the question. I will answer your questions. These videos tend to run between 20 to 30 minutes per walkthrough part, so I won't be obviously answering your questions during cutscenes, especially voiceover cutscenes. This way you guys can focus on, you know, the story. So with that said, let us begin. And before I start, I apologize if I mispronounce any of your names, because I'm sure I will. Alrighty then, so 22 questions. Here we go. Chris Ott asked, how is the anime compared to the games? The Neptunia Anime compared to the games, the anime was rushed. The anime did not include really anything from the first game. Of course, season 1, there's only one season of the anime so far. There probably only will be one season of the anime, but the anime didn't include anything from the first game. It had the story arc from MK2, which was about 6 or so episodes. Then it had the story arc from Victory for the second half of the anime, which I thought, if they did it right, they could have made 2 seasons of the anime just out of each game. So you figure MK2 could have had its own season, Victory could have had its own season. I hope they would do something for, say, Victory 2, and, you know, any other games that come out. Maybe they'll make another season for those, but I doubt it. But compared to the games, the anime was definitely rushed. I feel it should have been longer than what it was. The anime has some plot holes, which you know, the games fill in. Of course, MK2 had Nisa and Gust in it as well, as Falcom and Cave and 5PB. And Nisa and Gust, first of all, were not even in the anime whatsoever. And the others, I think they just made cameo appearances, at least once, so they really weren't relevant anyway. So that's that. I mean, the main plot was there, from MK2, the CPUs being captured and the sisters having to rescue them, and then the 7 sages plotting to destroy and put an end to the CPUs. And then the OVA episode 13 was the conquest ending from MK2, which was done completely differently from the game, which I don't exactly know how I feel about that. I mean, I don't really like the ending, the conquest ending in the first place from MK2. I thought it was unnecessary. They could have done something different with it, but that's my answer for that. Moving on, next question. Nicholas Graham asked, Iffy is underrated. No. Iffy, I would say, is underrated because she's not a really popular character. Granted, she is the character based off of Idea Factory itself, who is the leading publisher for the Neptunia series. So, most people I've seen, who play the games and whatnot, they don't use IF that much. They mainly only use her until you can get the other CPUs and use them, and that's pretty much what I do. I mean, in Victory, I didn't even buy the IF or the Compa DLC either. So, you know, without that DLC, you can't even play as IF in Victory. So, I would say she's underrated, yeah. I agree with that. You Say Valentine asks, what console will Victory 2 be on, and when is the release date? I'm pretty sure this one was answered already on the page itself. But for others that don't know, it will be coming out on sometime in the spring for Japan of next year, and the US and EU, Europe territories, and other places. There is no release date, but I'm going to guess early 2016, and it is a PlayStation 4 exclusive. Dale Williams asks, what is your favorite game in the Neptunia series? Right now, I would say it's a tie between Victory and Rebirth 1. I say that because the first Neptunia game, if you've played other games like Record of Agorist War, and another game called Trinity Universe, and then play the first Neptunia game like I did, you'll notice some very, very similar aspects of the games. The battle system is pretty much the same as Trinity Universe, and if you play the game for long periods of time, the battle system gets really stale and a bit boring, definitely repetitive, as well as most of the monsters from the first Neptunia game were reused from Trinity Universe, and as well as a lot of the dungeons were reused from Trinity Universe. So pretty much the first Neptunia game was a reskin of Trinity Universe with a different story and different characters. MK2 is what really started the series off on its own path, with its own, you know, monsters, dungeons, battle system, and whatnot. It was a really good game, but Victory just did it that much better, and Rebirth 1 was a much needed, much appreciated remake of the first Neptunia game with none of the reused crap from the PS3 version. So I would say yes, it's a tie between Rebirth 1 and Victory. Now, I only play the English games, so I haven't played Hyperdimension Noire yet, or Rebirth 2 because they haven't hit America. Those will be out shortly, so I'll get to them eventually. Darlene Joy Lustre asks, what made you like the series? I believe this question was asked a couple times of me, so I'll get to the rest of you with the same question when I find the questions. What made me like the series? Honestly, this was a crapshoot, because I got into the series with the first game, and I just said how it's really not the greatest game in the series. I have GameFly, so luckily for me, I just rented it from them, you know, just to give it a try. So luckily for me, I didn't buy it. I didn't trade any of my games in towards it. I rented it from GameFly to play it for the hell of it, and at first I wasn't sure what I was getting into, but I played through it, and I liked all the references. It was pretty funny, the fourth wall jokes, the characters were very interesting. I liked the concept of the story, with the characters representing different game consoles, and their landmasses representing the companies, and the characters representing other game developers and whatnot. So that's what, you know, got me into the series. It wasn't so much, you know, the gameplay itself. It was mainly the story and the characters, you know, that drew me in. So I have to say that was it, and I've been a big fan ever since. I started playing the games about maybe a month after the first one came out in America, so I've been a fan of the series for over 3.5 years now. Let's see, Josh Thompson asks, is Rebirth different than the ones on PS3? Yes, it is. The Rebirth games are the remakes of the PS3 versions with slightly altered stories, or in the case of the first game, it was pretty much overhauled completely. Everything about the first game was overhauled. I'm not sure how much different MK2 is going to be, or Rebirth 3, V-Century. Rebirth 3, we don't even know if America is going to get it in 2015, but I'm pretty sure we will. So yeah, the Rebirth series is on the PS Vita, and it may possibly make it onto PC, maybe on Steam one day. The first two games have been rated for PC by the ESRB through Idea Factory, so it's possible we may see the Rebirth series as well on the PC, but there has been no word on that yet, so don't hold me to it. Chris White asks, what's your favorite ending from one of the games? My favorite ending in the series is the Rebirth 1 True Ending route. That's the one, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. For those of you who haven't played Rebirth 1 yet, or haven't gotten the True Ending yet, the True Ending is where each character takes turns breaking the fourth wall, thanking the player for all their hard work and stuff like that. And you see R4 conform from evil to normal, and you see a picture of her normal self, not decked out in all that gothic looking clothing and whatnot. And I thought it was pretty cool. That was probably the best ending I've seen so far. I don't know what Rebirth 2 and Hyperdimension Noire or Neptunia U bring to the table. I'll find out later this year, next year, about those. So yeah, Rebirth 1 True Ending, it's awesome. Oh, by the way, the harem ending for Producing Perfection was absolute bullshit. Just throwing that out there. Pedro Rosas asks, will you marry me? Now, he asked a couple other questions. Doesn't make any sense to me, so I only included this one. No, I will not marry you. I don't know who you are. Let's see. Orlando De La Vega asks, would a Neptunia cross Data Live cross Fairy Fencer F crossover be good to you? I guess he's asking my opinion on that. Honestly, I haven't played Fairy Fencer F, so I don't really know what that's about. I don't like Data Live, or Data Live, however the hell you say it. I dropped the series after the first 6 episodes of Season 1. I just couldn't get into the anime, so I mean, I like the character art. The characters are awesome. They look nice, like Toka and Kotori. They look pretty cute. Kotori reminds me a bit of Noire, and so does Toka in a way, based on the art styles. But as far as crossover between the three, I would have to say no, just because I don't like Data Live. Although I have seen some pretty good crossover fan art of Neptunia across Data Live, but again, I haven't played Fairy Fencer F either, so I'm just gonna say no. NepDat asks, why is Uni the best sister? Uni is Last Station. Uni is PS Vita. Uni is cute. Dem drills in HDD form. Uni is best sister, bar none. Nothing else needs to be said. Chris Alvin asks, have you ever played the Artanelico games before? No, I have not played the Artanelico games before. I also haven't played any of the Atelier series before, although I really want to try some of those games, but I guess I can go the Gamefly route like I did for Neptunia. I just don't know if I'm going to like them or not. I mean, there's other games I want to try, and there's other games I know I will like, so for now, those I have to set on the back burner. I'm currently starting out next year. I'll be starting Let's Plays walkthrough series of not Fairy Fencer, Tales of Graces XF, I'm sorry, and Tales of Exilia. So I'll be doing those starting next year. So a few weeks I'll be starting those. So the Arts and Elico and the Atelier games, that's going to go on the back burner for a while. Allison Sosa asks, what kind of games do you play and like the most? I like to play a lot of games. I like to play fighting games. I like to play platformers, like Super Mario games. I especially like Super Mario World ROM hacks. I play them a lot. Mario Maker is going to be amazing to me. I cannot wait for that to come out. I love JRPGs. If you check out my YouTube channel, you'll see I'm playing quite a few of them right now. I'm currently playing Mugen Souls, the Neptunia series, Time and Eternity for the channel, and I just mentioned I'm going to start Tales of Graces F and Tales of Xillia next year. I'm also playing, let's see, I also have Cross Edge, Trinity Universe, all 3 Agorist War games, the Skya series, I have 3, 4, D2, and I will be getting 5 when it comes out next year, so I have to say I probably play mostly JRPGs now, but I do love me some fighting games like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Tekken, the DOA series. I like some racing games like Gran Turismo and Forza. Those are awesome games. I don't play shooters very often. Right now the only shooter I'm playing is Destiny. I'm not a COD fan, so boo me all you want on that. I really don't care. Platformers, I play like Sonic and Mario. I love Mario 3D World, by the way. That was a really good game. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze was another really good game. I'm also playing Super Smash Bros. On the Wii U, and I'm loving every minute of that game. So I pretty much play a whole good handful of stuff. I also play sports games. I play Madden, every once in a while, and I play the MLB series every year.